Good morning, everybody. Trying to get that would require a little extra planning on my part. How are you guys? What is going on? Happy Wednesday. We got some hot coffee. It is cold outside here. I think we're only at about 10 degrees right now. Got some snow. It's cold. I'm bundled up, but it's fairly decent in here. So we are ready to hang out. Oh yeah, we're above 60 degrees in here. Man, it's great. Neptunes is here. What's up next? Neptunes. No, tongue-tied there. Scott's here. What's up, Scott? From Washington. No snow here. Man, that's cool. Do you get a lot of snow in Washington? I've never been there, but I imagine being you're more north that you do. But I could be way off on that. I really have no idea. Hot fresh coffee. I made it a little strong on accident. It's almost a little too strong, but you know what? We're gonna suffer through. Hopefully, we have no network issues like we've had before in the past. The internet at the house right now is running really, really slow. I don't know if it's something to do with the weather or what. So right now, I'm running off of my cell signal. We'll see how that works. So guys, let me know if you start having issues. I don't know what we're gonna experience, but we'll see. Neptune says, "I'll cross my fingers." Yes, keep them crossed. I got them crossed too. That hopefully everything works okay. I have a really weird internet service. Well, not weird, but it's for. I don't have any high-speed internet available direct wired to my house. So what we have is kind of a similar to a cell signal. There's towers around. There's a provider that has different towers, and then they put like a dish on the side of your house. It's not satellite, but it receives a signal from these towers and sends that into the house. And then I have routers that give me the Wi-Fi and all that stuff. But it's affected by the weather. So kind of, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, like we said, fingers crossed. Scott says occasional snow here, but lots of snow in the nearby mountains. I bet you. We get a ton of snow in the mountains typically. So far this year, this is probably the most snow that we've had in several years. And I kind of digging it. And I mean, I don't mind the winter when we have snow. So we've had quite a few snows already. Several snow days from school and everything. So it's turning out to be so far a snowy year. Harry Dude's here. Harry Dude, greetings all. What is up, Harry Dude? How things down in the land of Oz? Hopefully I'm guessing you're probably a lot warmer than we are here. We're sitting at 10 degrees right now. Maybe 12. 10 or 12. It was 10 like a few minutes ago. So hopefully things are good down there. Let's see. Oh, Neptune says, "Harry Dude, Buddy's here. Good morning, Buddy. Let's get this party started. Yeah. Buddy, how things up your way? Do you guys get a lot of snow? We got quite a bit down here. Last week, we got about 5 inches or so. And then yesterday, day before, we went up like another 4, 5. So we're not sitting too bad for snow right now. Robert says, "You look like 1990 internet vid." Really, is the quality, is it really bad? If so, I apologize for that. I don't know what to do to get it bigger. I'm streaming it. If it's really a bad quality, I'm going to try to move to a different spot. See if that makes any sense. Hang with me there. I don't know what else to do. See if that makes any difference. John says, "We don't get much snow in the south of England, just rain." That's interesting. To me, and I'd have to research it, but it seems as though England is higher. Like, what is it, latitude? where you go is like, I am not the geographical expert. Robert says, I plan to move to Florida. I hate winter. It's 52 in Maryland. Yeah, Maryland. Yeah, you get some winter there. I know that. I've been to Maryland a few times. Never in the winter, though. Brian's here. What's up, buddy? How is it going? Blackbirds is here. Blackbird says, it's a darn near cloudless day here in my part of Northeast Ohio. Something nice to say about our weather for once. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I would imagine that you're going to have a bit of a cold snap coming your way. It seems like we've been able to kind of time, like when we get the cold weather, it moves your way, obviously, but always, when I talk to my family in Pennsylvania, it seems to be, a week or 5 days delay or so, and you get some change in the weather. I don't know if there's any relation there or not, but I'll bet you in a few days you're going to be cold. Maybe not. I'm no weatherman. Seriously. At the house is better because I think it would make this whole experience a lot better for everybody. But I can't. It's just not available. There's no hardware lines here. Like there's no fiber. There's no, all that runs to my house is the regular phone line, and it does not support a DSL or anything like that. In fact, I don't even have the phone line connected. So it's kind of discouraging. That's one of the downs. Honestly, though, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I just wish there was better internet available, higher speeds, and get a hold of them and see if there's something better. So it always costs more money. It's snowing on the Academy again. It wasn't snow down here, and we haven't hit the really hot weather yet. Oh man, you got fires? That's not cool. We get a lot of fires here in the summertime because it's so dry. I hope everybody is everybody's okay, and everything is, they're able to get that on fire already. You're not, yeah, it's not even hot. Wow. Robert says, would love to have, fiber would be amazing. Yeah, everybody else, it's really weird. Like the other side of the road is really developed. It's really strange that there's nothing, a lot over there, but not over here, which is kind of cool, like I said, because this side stays more rural, although you can look across the road and see a ton of development. It's just really a strange. Are you still with me? Sorry about that. I had to open the door, which is going to let all the heat out, and put my phone basically on top of the door. All right, anyway, back. Blackbirds, let's see, was talking about riding a motorcycle and camping. That sounds cool. A winter motorcycle trip to camp in the snow. Ooh, that sounds dangerous. Neptune says we had a chemical plant explode early this morning. Holy cow, it blew out a bunch of doors and windows. It was felt 20 miles away. We were 7 miles away. You could feel the shockwave travel through the house. Holy smokes, man. Wow, I'm glad you're okay. Holy cow. That's wild. Gina says, poor koalas. Oh, to the fires in Australia. I know, right? Neptune's only 3 were injured, no deaths. Wow. John says, not sure about where we sit in the world, but it only drops to about -5 at worst in winter, so not too bad. -5 Celsius, that's like 20 degrees, roughly. Yeah, that's not bad at all. We're below that right now. Gina, holy crap, Neptune. Yep. Buddy says, what happened? Had a little cutout incident here, and hopefully we got that taken care of. I'm freezing. It's cold now. There's a cold draft coming in because I got the door open. And it's definitely dropped some temperature in here. Oh yeah, it's dropped already 5 degrees in here. Oh man. Neptune says, hi Gina. Gina, hi. John says, I've stopped working. Hopefully everything is back, John. for now. Giovanni's here. Giovanni, good evening, my friend. Buddy, yeah. Are we back? I think we're good for now. I'm going to chance it. I'm chancing it. I'm going to suck up the cold. My feet are already getting cold. Just for you guys. I'm going to endure because we have hot coffee. John says, all good. Hopefully the quality is a little bit better. Like I said, I got my cell phone basically sitting outside the door. But I have to leave the door open so that because this tether thing, sharing the Wi-Fi signal, I don't know, it doesn't have a very strong range, so I don't know. It's disgusting. I want that 200 meg connection. So, let's see. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, at least here in the United States. We are celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow, so tomorrow's our day of thanks, and lots of food to eat tomorrow. So happy Thanksgiving to those of you that are celebrating other parts of the world, and yeah, I don't know what areas, what countries, if any other than the U.S. celebrate Thanksgiving, but I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you guys, are able to spend some time with friends, family, and that sort of thing. So, Poor Conservative says, happy pre-Thanksgiving, Jeff, and all the U.S. folks. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Blackbird says, it's good to travel. I'm not fond of going to places in the tourist sense, though. I like seeing new environments, not checking out what the hottest restaurants and malls are at where I'm going. Yes, I am with you. I honestly don't really care about stores. I mean, if I'm traveling somewhere, I don't care about the, visiting the shops. Some of the low shops are cool, but a big box store is a big box store no matter where you go. You can see them all over. I like to see the small town stuff and things like that if I'm traveling. Neptune says thank you and happy Thanksgiving to you all too. Thank you very much. Cyro, hand plane will warm you up. Yes, it will. I'm gonna have to just grab a scrap of wood and a hand plane and just be planing along while we're chatting. Because yeah, you're right. That does warm you up pretty good. Buddy says thank you, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thanks. I appreciate that. Oh, I just realized I got a big old tear in my coat. Look at that. Huh. Kathleen's here. Kathleen says, morning, Jeff. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thanks, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Poor Conservative to Blackbird says, exactly, never did the touristy thing. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, there's only a couple places I can think of where I kind of feel like a tourist a little bit. And maybe that's just because of the scenery. I'm thinking about the times that I've been to Niagara Falls. It's kind of touristy. Somebody just pull in? No? Kind of touristy. I mean, because that's kind of the thing there, but a lot of times I don't like to be the tourist guy either. I like to, anyway. Blackbird says, I've heard a saying that a traveler has little money, but a lot of time, and a tourist has a lot of money, but little time. You know what? That makes perfect sense. If you're just traveling around, it seems like you have a lot of time. Because you're not in a hurry. You're just traveling. You're just going around. I have some family members that do that once in a while. They just take a few weeks and just do some traveling around. And, it seems like they kind of know we want to be here around this time, but if there's a delay of some sort, it's not a big deal. But if you're a tourist, you have a schedule. 9 o'clock we're here, 10 o'clock we're here, 11 o'clock we're here, 12 o'clock, and that just doesn't sound cool to me. I don't like that regimented. You can't be a minute past going to see this monument or something like that. It's cool to see the monument stuff, but I don't ever want to feel like I'm rushed and I only have 10 minutes to look at this thing because we have to be over here. And yeah, that saying makes perfect sense. I totally get it. Totally get it. Man, my feet are freezing. The rest of me is good though. I'm feeling pretty decent. Kathleen says, "How about a camper van touring the U.S.? I can dream. That would be so fun." Have you seen? Maybe you have. There are quite a few channels on YouTube that basically are that. You know, people are just traveling around, you know, kind of vlogging their experiences in their camper or their, you know, camper conversion, school bus conversion, or anything like that. And that just sounds. This sounds kind of cool. I think that'd be fun. Poor Conservative says, "I did go into the Louvre and Eiffel in Paris, but also went to a 600-year-old Baroque church about 30 kilometers outside Paris in the Paris Opera House." Yeah, that would be cool. I would go to the Eiffel Tower if I ever get the opportunity to go there. Definitely. You kind of, I feel like I would have to. That'd be like going to Arizona and not seeing the Grand Canyon. Although, actually, I can't say that because we did go to the Arizona. We went to Arizona one time and I didn't see the Grand Canyon. But we did go to a big giant crater in Arizona. That was kind of cool. Gina says, "Yes, I would love that." The camper van thing? Yeah, that'd be kind of fun if you had a big RV. I think I've suggested that a time or two. But Blackbird says, "Because traveling takes time, more time than an ordinary 9 to 5 would allow. So naturally, one who travels a lot might need odd jobs. Going on a tour is something that can be rigidly planned." Yeah. So you have to plan your travels. Yeah, some odd jobs to kind of fill in work and a tour. Yeah. Yep. Poor Conservative, Meteor Crater. Yes, we did go to that. That was kind of neat. It's kind of interesting. We didn't get to hike. I think wasn't there a hike or something that takes you down in there? I don't know. Have you ever been there? Because that was pretty fun. Giant crater. Forgot to turn off my notifications. John says, "It's not very nice around the Eiffel Tower now. Very busy and very expensive. Would be a tourist." Oh, yeah, I would be a tourist there for sure. Yeah. It's probably like a lot of things. It's just getting so busy, so commercial. And Gina says, "Yeah, yep, but you suggested living in it all year." Yeah, what's wrong with that? Blackbirds, have you ever traveled on the $1 Million Highway? I don't think so. That's in Colorado, isn't it? I think it's up in the mountains. Yeah, I never have. Poor Conservative says, "Been there a few times, lived in Phoenix for 8 years." The crater's kind of cool. Gina says, "I have." Blackbird, "It's beautiful." Isn't that in Colorado? Where is that? Because I don't think I've been on it. What road is that? Oh, mapper of maps. my toes are cold. Blackbird says, "Yes, sir, all through the western United States." I gotta look that up because I don't know which road that is. I've heard of it, but I don't know where it is. So let's see. Let's talk about kind of what am I working on right now? It's always the question always comes up. So right now, Poor Conservator says it's 550 in Colorado. Ah, okay. I'm gonna look that up and see where it is. Right now, I am working on that neck, that guitar neck that I was working on a week or two ago. I got that done. I'm applying some coats of finish. It has already been fitted to this body, and I'm working on getting that done. But this week, Haley, my daughter, is on Thanksgiving break just for the week. So not a ton of shop time this week, but I am working on, in between working on that neck, working on some video stuff, trying to get ahead for the weeks to come, trying to get everything planned out for basically for the rest of the year. Just doing some planning so that way once she's back in school next week, I'll be able to just hit some projects pretty hard here in the shop, and really be ahead of the game. So this week kind of slow, but really doing a lot of kind of inside computer work, doing some classes, some learning things on the computer when I have time. But yeah, just kind of. Plus the weather is cold and snowy, so that makes it a lot harder to be out here working too. But yeah, it's kind of what's going on right now. Kind of light here in the shop at the moment, but still making some progress on things. Poor Conservative says, okay, it's not 550, it's 55. Gotcha. No, now then he says US 550. No way, I'm confused. 550 or 55? Either way. Gina says it goes through Durango and Montrose. Oh, buddy, that's you, isn't it? It goes right through there, huh? Blackbird says, unfortunately, the commercialism of foreign places has been for decades. Orson Welles, in a 1974 interview, that he went to Madrid, Spain, and couldn't tell the difference between it and Los Angeles. Really? That'd be weird. Buddy, yes, I've been over it many times. Poor Conservative says 550. I typoed. It's all good. Maybe I have been on it. But the one time we went to Montrose, I don't know where it goes through Montrose, but maybe we were on it just for a brief moment. Gina says it's 550. Okay. Now we've got that straight. It's 550 in Colorado. I want to pour this hot coffee in my shoes right now. But my upper half is sweating. My clothes are like an ice block. That always happens. Okay, those of you that live or work in cold environments, whether you work outside or you live in a really snowy, cold area, give me some really cold weather footwear recommendations. I've got some in mind, but I'm thinking at some point I'm going to need to upgrade the boot situation. Because I can be out here working and most of my body is comfortable, but my feet will be an ice cube, and that is the one reason that drives me inside. So ready, set, go. Poor Conservative says, I haven't been to Europe since 96, but yeah, nothing like LA in European big cities. I imagine that I can't imagine it's the same. But I don't know, I've never been there. Gina says, I think we stayed on 50 in Montrose, not 550. But I do remember when we came into Montrose, there was some sort of a T or a Y or something. And we were on some different roads there, so I don't know what we were on. Blackbird says, I wear steel toe boots in the winter. So do I. Actually, the ones right now, they're not steel toe. They're like a Kevlar toe, so you don't get that metal. And they're thin slate. Red Wing boots is mainly what I wear. John says, good socks. I have tried so many different pairs of socks. I've tried, your normal heavy, like a heavy winter sock. I've tried wool. I've tried cotton. I've tried wool cotton blends. I've tried sock liners, those little deals that you put on before your socks. I can't keep my feet warm. Kathleen says, I use hand warmers in my boots. Shake the pack, they warm up very warm and last for hours. I have heard of those. Well, I have lots of hand warmers, but I've heard of those toe warmer deals that you put in there. I have not tried those. Honestly, because I'm trying to find I'm trying to find a system that just works where I don't have to do that sort of thing. Because I don't want to have to keep buying them. I mean, if that's what it comes down to, that's what I'll do. But if I can find a combination of socks and boots or something that keeps my feet warm, that's what I would prefer. But I mean, I'm open to anything at this moment. Buddy says, I drove auto transport many times. I did not like when it snowed. I can bet. Sounds be out in the cold and snow. Poor Conservative says, wearing Caterpillar boots, very warm with wool socks. Right now I don't even have heavy socks on, but I do have thin slate insulated boots, but it's not enough. Harry Dude says, what sort of floor do you have in the shop? It's just wood. It's it's not concrete. It's just a wooden. It's just a normal floor, like you'd have in your house, kind of thing. John says seal socks are very good. Seal socks. I gotta look into those. Never heard of them. Gina, one that's collapsing. What? There's a couple of spongy areas, but it's not that bad. Blackbird says, the best advice I can give you besides that is to just pile on the coats and windbreakers. On really cold days, I've had to throw on so much they look like an astronaut. Yeah, I can keep my whole entire body warm, but not my feet. I can't keep my feet warm for nothing. Nothing. My hands are not even cold right now. But my toes are like an ice cube. Granted, it's on the floor, and the floor is cold. Up here, ooh, it's nice and warm up there. I need to go climb on the ceiling. But my feet, that's the biggest challenge, and it's always been that way. I remember working on the farm, my feet would get cold. Of course, my hands would get colder then too, but my hands are this next thing to get cold. The rest of me is good. Gina says, I have to go to a meeting. That's okay. Enjoy your meeting. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. Giovanni, okay, stick to playing the guitar. Yes, I wouldn't freeze my toes off that way. But then I wouldn't be able to build things if I was just playing guitar. So I gotta find that mix. That is some stout coffee right there. I ran out, so I had to make this a little bit different. It's pretty strong stuff. Blackbird says, I always had my boots flooded with snow and water in the winter, but that's probably because my boots suck and I need to get better ones. I don't have a problem. Mine don't get flooded with water. They don't get flooded with snow. The boots are fine as far as the outside, and that goes. But I can't. It's just the warmth. I can't keep them warm. I did recently learn of kind of you guys heard of Muck boots? Muck is actually a brand, but as far as I think of Muck boots, it's not as the brand. It's like the style, kind of a slip-on, kind of a chore boot. I recently learned of some that are like super insulated. So I have to look into those. They look a little kind of bulky, but if it keeps my feet warm while I'm working, I might have to try them. I don't know. If you guys have ever tried them, or even the Muck brand, if you've tried them, let me know what your thoughts are on those. But I've heard good things about them. They're just not cheap. If you want to stay warm, you can't cheap, right? I don't know. Oh, let's see. What else is going on? Did you guys see what are the last videos that I put out there? I put out there was a vlog. Did you guys see the vlog? When I was doing that work up in Denver. That was kind of fun. And then last week I did the mason jar organizer, which I'm really digging having that thing. So if you haven't seen them, make sure you check it out on the channel. And let me know what you think about those things. Poor Conservative says, check out the Skechers Relevant or Merrell Thermo Snowdrift boots. A friend of mine has some Merrell boots. I'm going to have to ask him what they are. I know there's some kind of a snow boot. Poor Conservative says, yep. Kathleen says, will you be doing a Christmas making video with Haley? I'm working on right now planning out our Christmas project. I'm trying to figure out, I want to do it with her, but I'm trying to figure out how to work that in together, because what I want to make, I haven't figured out yet how I want to have her help me, but I really want to do something. Maybe I need to change my plan and do something different. I don't know yet. I really want to do something with her for Christmas, but I am working on Christmas project plans. So I got to get on that in the next week or two so I can have time to get it done. Giovanni says, okay, you drink coffee. I'll go to dinner soon. Fiorentina steak tonight. Ooh, 500 grams each. Oh man, that sounds delicious. Enjoy your steak. That sounds awesome. It's been a while since I've had steak. Like an actual big, thick, juicy steak. What is your guys' all favorite cut of steak? Just to get it started, my all-time favorite cut is a New York strip. Blackbird says, since they're legal in Colorado, last time I read, do you own any switchblades? What's your opinion on them being illegal in some places? I don't own any switchblades. I didn't grab it. I have a few Kershaw knives, which are spring assisted. That helps it fold out, and that is my favorite, absolute favorite knife. Are the spring assisted Kershaws, at least the ones that I've used. I don't have a switchblade. Honestly, I have zero problem, and I'm not trying to jump in any sort of political something. I want to be very clear with that. I have no problem with a switchblade. I have no problem with a hunting knife. I have no problem with any sort of knife if its intended use is for what it's supposed to be. What you use a knife for, right? So if you just carry a knife to use it for a knife, I don't care. I don't care what it is. I have zero problems with a knife. And the fact that some are legal in some areas and some are illegal in other areas. Now, would I recommend carrying a big old machete for something? No, but I mean a regular knife? Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Buddy says, yes, I like the jar idea. I'm going to make one. It's really, really easy. So you don't really need to do a whole lot of anything. It's super simple to make. Mine was just a little bit hard to lay out because I used that live edge thing, that piece of elm. But if you just use a square board, man, it would be so easy to put something together. Like, seriously, probably minutes. Made for hand shop. Hey, for us bassists, do a bass build, 6-stringer. I've got a couple people that are interested in bass and me building some bass guitars. So that is definitely not out of the question. Plus, I need a bass. Although I want a 5-string, not a 6. Sometime, I keep saying I'm not there yet, but at some point I will be doing a bass for sure, because I want to do one, and I want to get that stuff together, templates and all that sort of thing. So there will be a bass. I just can't say when. Poor Conservator says New York strip in a porterhouse. Yes. Neptunes, I love the Dallas filet at Texas Roadhouse. I do not think I've ever had the Dallas filet. Interesting. Kathleen says ribeye. Oh, man. Buddy, yes, porterhouse. Oh, yeah. It's all of it, man. Now, isn't the porterhouse the New York strip and the filet? Or is that the T-bone that's got both? Huh. Pork and serve app made by hand shop, base rocks. Yeah. Pork and server says, Blackbird says, I really like London broils. I see switchblades as for when you're doing a task and you need to open a blade but can only use one hand. It's kind of a pain to open a knife with your mouth. Yes, it is. That, I think, is one thing what I like about spring-assisted Kershaws. It is you can just pull it out of your pocket and it basically springs open. It's really easy to open, and that is the thing that I like about them. It's one-handed. And even, honestly, I won't buy a knife if I can't open it one-handed. And somehow at the house, I walked out here and didn't grab any knives. Even my Leatherman has, it's not spring-assisted, but it has a notch on the blade so you can open it with one hand. And that is the main reason that I bought that Leatherman. I don't like to have to use two hands or your mouth to open a knife. It's just not, it's not convenient. Poor Conservative says both. Have both. Both have both. Oh, gotcha. Porterhouse has a bigger fillet. Oh, it's the bigger one. Okay. I see. T-bone, yeah. That's right. One of them is trimmed down. The T-bone's smaller. The porterhouse is like the untrimmed, giant size of your face steak. Cool. Buddy says, I do carry a small pocket knife and a firearm. There you go. Let's see. What else is going on? I want to just throw this out there to you guys and really kind of ask for a favor, maybe. I don't know if you call it a favor, but when I post a video, if you guys really enjoy it and you feel the urge, share it. Share that sucker. Share that thing. You know, if you wouldn't mind, throw it up on your social media. Really, I would super appreciate it. And I know a lot of you guys do that, but I just want to say it out loud. Thank you guys for your support, man. It's so awesome. And you know, if you guys can share it, you know, it's a free way, doesn't cost anything, helps, you know, promote Home Built Workshop. But if you want to, I don't like to even say that out loud because it feels weird. I don't like asking, but share it. That'd be awesome if you could. You don't have to, but it'd be so cool. Blackbird says, do you take any firearms with you when camping for hunting and or self-defense? Would you ever want to do a camping kit video sometime down the road? You know, I would. I would like to do some kind of a video, camping stuff. And it depends. What I take with me is all dependent on where I'm going camping. You know, obviously, if you're camping nearby, it's more of a residential area. There's not a whole lot of camping out here, really, anyway. So we have to go to the mountains. And typically, you know, I take whatever I need to take to be prepared. Bear spray, all kinds of stuff. So, but it would be cool to do a camping kit video on some things. Poor Conservative says T-bone is from the small end of the tail end, porterhouse from the large end. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I got you now. But he says I take it with me everywhere when I leave. I guess leave the house. Yeah. I can't feel my toes right now. I want to take these off and put them in front of the heater. And my head is I'm sweating. It is not cold, not that cold in here. Well, we've dropped about 15 degrees since I had to move my phone to the outside of the door. But we're still above 50 in here. But my toes are like an ice cube. That's just crazy. Isn't that weird? What else? What else, guys? I'm freezing over here. Neptune says I want to get my carry license. Take the class. Do whatever. I don't know what it takes in your area. But. Made by Hand Shop. Talk about how you got started on YouTube. That'll be fun. Yeah. So I started my YouTube channel, I think, in 2011, and but Buddy says sending warm thoughts to your feet. So there's some other stuff there. So let's cover that really quick. 2011, I did my first couple of videos. I think they were terrible, but it was just, you know, getting started. I put up a couple of things on there is just kind of getting into it, and I enjoyed doing it, but there wasn't, you know, it wasn't a steady thing. But it was, you know, a little video here, a little video there. A friend of mine was helping me. In fact, he's been in this live stream a few times, not today, but Christopher Chaos. I got to say thanks to him. He helped me with a lot of things getting started. I think he even edited the first couple of videos before I had some software. And it was just kind of for fun. And then the next year or two, I put up a few more videos. And, you know, some of them got a little bit of traction. And as the year, over the next couple of years, I kind of started doing more videos. I got my own editing software, and my own camera, and started working more and more on it. And then it started to gain more traction and more traction. And the last 2017, 18, I tried to be fairly regular, at least every couple of weeks to do a project. And then beginning of 2019, my goal was to do a video every week, and that's where we are right now, and which has evolved into these live streams every couple of weeks, as long as in conjunction with a project video on YouTube. So Blackbird says, what have you found to be the biggest pros and cons of camping in the summer versus the winter? How about camping in the mountains versus flatlands? Mountains versus flatlands for me is easy. Flatlands, you really don't have shelter. You don't have trees, you don't have shade. At least around here, there's not really any great spots. I mean, there are some campgrounds that have some trees and stuff, but shelter, natural shelter would be my first con of flatland versus mountains. Biggest pros and cons of camping in the summer. Obviously, summer camping, my opinion, is way easier because you're not freezing. And the challenge in the winter camping is keeping warm. Obviously, wintertime, your chances of being able to have a campfire in our area is a lot better in the wintertime because it's not so dry. The summertime, you risk having fire bans and that sort of thing around here, which can be a challenge as well for cooking and that sort of thing. Mark's here, bro. Rusty Nail in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? This has been a few weeks. Hope all is well. All is well, my friend. I hope you are doing good as well. Made by Hand Shop says, I'm considering it myself. I would say for you, for anybody, not just you, I mean, anybody who's considering it, stop considering and just start. You'll be able to find to stop. But if you're considering, just do it and find out. Don't wait. You can do everything on your phone. You don't need fancy software. You don't need a fancy camera. Just do it. Don't let anything hold you back. If it's something you want to try, just try it. And oh man, you're gonna get me excited now. That goes for absolutely anything, not just starting a YouTube channel. If you've been contemplating on building a guitar, build it. Just start. Just go. Don't spend so much time hemming and hawing and going back and forth. I do the same thing myself, but it comes to there is a time when you got to just say, okay, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. So if you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, just start it, man. Just do it. Make you some sort of introduction video, throw it up there, and just go for it. Don't be shy, don't be nervous, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't listen to anybody who, if they don't support you, that's cool, but don't listen to them. There are always going to be haters no matter what you're doing. Now, I don't just mean YouTube. I mean anywhere in life. All those memes. You've seen those memes? Yeah, where it's like somebody doesn't like something, so I don't need that negativity. That's the same. If someone doesn't have your back, that's totally cool, but you do you. If you want to start it. Go for it. Hit me up at any time if you need some suggestions. You can look me up on Facebook. Hit me up on here. I think you can message on here. Anywhere, Instagram, anything. Send me a message if you need something. But don't. If you're considering it and you keep going back and forth, just do it. If you don't like it, it's easy to stop. But then at least you'll know that you tried it and it wasn't for you, or maybe it's the coolest thing ever and you want to just keep doing it. So just do it. Yeah, but Park and Server says it's always good to be regular, especially at my age. Neptune says, what do you think about having to classify your video for children or adults? Honestly, if you listen to all the hype and the hubbub around the community, you would think that we're all going to explode. But really, I am not in that genre. You know, the children's videos, even though I have videos with my daughter in it sometimes, but it is not made for kids. I mean, so it's easy for me. Like, so you just say, is it made for children? Is it not made for children? I just say, no, it's not. And I have no say in it either way. So it doesn't do me one lick of good to get uptight about it, no matter what, because I can't change it. So I just do what I'm asked to do and move on. It does. My Haley's been wanting to start a channel for a while. It does change that because I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not, and I haven't honestly investigated that, but that would be like a kids channel, so that would be made for children. My videos are not. I can't do anything about it either way, so I just move on. I just answer the question and move on. Made by hand shop, 6-string bass on my list. Do it. You can do it. You got this. Our conservative says I quit doing it 3 years ago when YouTube axed my previous channel. Really? You got your, oh dang. Start a new one. He says it's fun doing YouTube videos. It is. It's really fun. I keep hearing weird noises out there, but I think it's because I got the door open and there's like snow plows way out there and they go by rumbling through and it sends weird noises in through the door. Blackbird says, would music always goes best with traveling on the road and camping? I myself, oh, what music? Gotcha. I myself would say Southern rock fits well with both. I can see that, absolutely. If you're on the road, man, when I'm on the road, I like a lot of different stuff. So when we're traveling, like if we're driving to Pennsylvania to visit my family, we have all kinds of stuff on because we're switching drivers. So we're getting a huge variety. If it was just me, I still would do the same. Would go between rock, metal, country, probably throw some bluegrass in there, and just a lot of different kinds. I like all kinds. But rock, like conservative says, hard rock and metal. Yep, I would be down for that. But I like country too, old and new. There, I said that out loud. I just like music, but camping, to me, the big thing you need camping, acoustic guitar around the campfire. Come on, who can argue with that? Or some sort of instrument. Banjo, cigar box guitar, something around the campfire just to strum on and just have a little fun. Whether you're singing or not, but if you're just sitting around picking by the fire. Yeah. Let's see. Blackbird says the video would be fit for kids as well, so long as they're kids that have been getting accustomed to working with their hands early on. Yes, but my videos you're talking about maybe? They would be, all of my videos I would say are fit for kids, but they are not made for kids. And that's the question that YouTube asks. Is this video intended for kids or not intended for kids? And none of my videos are intended for kids. They are completely family friendly, but mine are not made for kids. They're not intended for a kid audience. It's kind of it's the way they word it, right? So you got to be careful. It's just a weird thing. Made by hand shop. Speaking of camping, we bought an older Airstream a couple years ago. We upgraded from a VW bus, remodeled the inside. Nice. That was one of are all Airstreams like that shiny steel, chrome, whatever that is? That'd be a fun project right there. Poor Conservative says, gotta have 3 guys with acoustics around the campfire playing American music. America, man. Yeah. Mark says, damn, the white wood guitar. It's almost together. It's getting there. It's kind of a slow process, but the neck is done. The neck has 4-5 coats of finish on it right now, and about ready to start going together. Blackbird says, I like using 12-string guitar for the campfire. I love a 12-string. Man, And since I'm a lefty, I haven't found too many of them that are actually handed. I know they make them somewhere, but I really, really want a 12 string. Really bad. Made by hand shop aluminum skin. Okay. Yeah, pork inserter. Yep, all Airstreams are polished aluminum. Cool. I mean, I figured that. It's the only ones I've ever seen, but I don't know. Cool. Oh, sorry. I put my hand in front of the. Forget the camera's right there. Right there. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What else other than my toes are frozen? I mean, frozen. Poor Conservator says we always play Sister Golden Hair and Horse with No Name. I don't know Sister Golden Hair, but I know Horse with No Name. A hand, not polished, unless it looks like chrome. Gotcha. Yeah, because I have some non-polished aluminum stuff, and it's not shiny. But if the polished one, I'm looking at my belt grinder. I polished the side, and it looks really cool. Blackbird says an RV that's always been good for run-of-the-mill traveling camping are those GMC motorhomes from the mid-'70s. Are those the ones that have like the old school van front end on it? Because I know exactly what you're talking about. I'd like to have a motor. I don't know if I'd want a motorhome. If I did, I would want one of them big bus ones so that I could live in it all the time. But if I just wanted something to travel in, I think I'd rather have one of them like a Sprinter van kind of thing, or like a smaller one, if it's just for an occasional traveling. But I mean, I don't see me needing one in the future. But that's if I'm gonna live in it all the time, I want a huge one. If I would just want it for occasional travel, I want more of a van, kind of maybe just a teensy bit bigger than a van, which would kind of be like those Sprinter deals. I don't know. I'm not a big RV person, probably because I just don't have one. But I think that's what I would want. Made by hand. Those GMCs are really cool. Front wheel drive. Front wheel drive? Are they really? No, I did not know that. Sorry, I'm trying to get my foot. Huh? I did not know they're front wheel drive. The old school ones? Huh? 455. 455. Motor? Poor Conservative, you need to up your America repertoire. Yes, I do. I'm actually working right now on my Christmas repertoire. Just, printing out and getting some chords and stuff together, learning some Christmas music, because I don't really know much Christmas music, which is kind of weird. I don't know if I'll ever need it, but it's always good to know, right? Oh, let's see here. Yes, the engine made by hand. Gotcha. Yeah, 455 rocket. Isn't that Pontiac, though? I don't know. Kathleen says, okay, all. Gotta run to the food store. Ugh. Day before Thanksgiving. Should be a zoo. See you next time. Thanks, Jeff, for doing these vids. Really enjoy them. Thanks, Kathleen. Have fun at the store. I had to go to the store yesterday in the middle of a snow day. Roads were kind of crappy, but it was still pretty darn busy considering the weather. So good luck with that. Happy Thanksgiving, Kathleen, and you are most welcome for the videos. And more importantly, thank you for tuning in. Sorry, I was trying to choke in there. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out. I love that part. We just get to all hang out. So happy Thanksgiving, Kathleen. Have fun at the store, and we'll catch you next time. Next week's Facebook, and in 2 weeks YouTube. Hope you can tune in on one of them. Made by hand. What projects you got on plan for next year? So I've started working on some high-level ideas for next year. There's a few things. I've got normal things that I want to do, smaller projects. Some bigger ones, I want to get to the bass guitar. I want to have that in there. So that's one thing that's on the list. And I'm not 100% sure exactly what I want to do. I want to build headboard, footboard, maybe even a whole bed. That's a little bit bigger build. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull that off because I don't have room in here to do that. So it's either an outside build or build it inside the house or something. I don't know. But I want to do that. And I've got some other welding, kind of metalworking projects that I want to do as well. And that's going to be kind of outside stuff because I can't do any of that really in here. I don't have all the ideas ironed out yet, but those are some of the things that I want to do. Picnic table, that was on my list for this year, but I didn't get to do it. Well, just didn't try. But those are some of the things that I still have. I have a list of I don't know how many things, and it's all stuff that I want to do. They're just project ideas. Some of them I may never do, but when I think of something, I put it down, and then if I'm needing an idea, or I get some sort of material that will work for one of those ideas, I'll just pull from that list, and keep things going. Blackbird says a good song for stargazing at night by the campfire is "Sleep" by Savatage, but an awesome song for playing if you're in a cave is "Child in Time" by Deep Purple. Ooh, in a cave, that would be cool. Made by Hand says, "Hey, are you near Parker?" Parker is about an hour north of me, 45 minutes. So not far from there. I am south from Parker. I am just outside of Colorado Springs. So Parker's north, just on that south side of Denver. So my kids lived in Parker for a while. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not too far from there. I mean, I could be there in an hour or less, depending on weather and traffic and all that sort of thing. So was just up that way last weekend for that deal in Denver. I had to do some work up there. I went right by Parker. Poor Conservative, Christmas is cool. Just started working on Exile, Kiss You All Over, killer bass part. Ooh, I have to listen to that. Made by Hand, bed is on mine too to sell. Oh, cool. Buddy says, gotta go. Happy trails. Thanks, my friend. You stay warm and dry, and happy Thanksgiving up there. We'll catch you next time. Poor Conservative says to Blackbird's Edge of Thorns is a killer disc. Poor Conservative, yes it is. I'm not familiar with that one. I gotta look it up. I'll look it up when we're done here. So, speaking of that, I think we're about an hour in, guys. My toes are too cold. I gotta wrap this up. Made by Hands, gotta go as well, says Jeff. Thanks for the encouragement on my YouTube endeavor. You're welcome, my friend. Just so you know, I do these on YouTube every 2 weeks, and then the following week, I do it on Facebook. So next week, Wednesday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, I'll be on Facebook Live, and then 2 weeks, I'll be back on YouTube. So if you get a chance to stop by, hang out, and I'm serious, if you need help with that YouTube thing, send me a message. You can also email me. Go on my website, homebuiltworkshop.com, and I'm not kidding. You get a hold of me if you need something. Raxon, hi from Turkey. Poor Conservative, it's in my CD player in my car. Made by Hand says, have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And like I said, I'm going to wrap this up because my toes are like an ice cube. This whole connection issue and having to have the door open, it's cold in here now. We've already, we're hanging pretty steady. We've dropped 15 degrees in here since I started, or since I opened the door. So, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And Blackburn says, thanks for taking the time out of your morning and freezing your feet off to talk to your audience. Court adjourned. Have a good Thanksgiving. Harry Dude says, later, folks. Well, yeah, you know what? Thanks for reminding me. I forgot about that. Tiny mallet. So let's wrap this up, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time to stop by and hang out. Poor Conservative says, happy Thanksgiving to all. Jeff, you need a Wi-Fi extender. Yes, I do. Gina says, bye all. Gina's back from the meeting. All right on. Hazy Days says, hello, dude. What's up? And now that you just popped in, or we're wrapping this up now because I'm freezing. Raxon says, thanks for your videos. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And like I mentioned, if you find one of the videos that you really enjoy, share. I'd really appreciate if you just hit that share button somehow and share it around with your friends and family and all that sort of thing. It's a awesome way. It doesn't cost anything, of course, to just to share, and it's a great way to help support, I guess. I'm hesitant to even bring that up, but just thank you. How about that? Hazy Days, I just built an 8x8 workshop to build guitars. Nice. Right on. That'd be plenty. You don't need a big fancy space, because I surely don't have a big fan. Server says I share when I can. I know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I say, I don't even like to ask, but once. Hey, cool if you're in a warm area. Stay warm if you're in a cool area, because I'm freezing right now. This meeting. Happy Thanksgiving.